Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TNA Talks. It's just me by myself again. Alex, I swear that woman is quite the adventurer. Last week she went to find Waldo with no luck whatsoever. This time she tried to find the lost city of Atlantis. And I told her Atlantis is not real. It's a fairy tale. It doesn't exist. But she didn't listen, so she's somewhere under the ocean. Hopefully she didn't drown because I don't know if she can swim or not. But you know, Atlanta's probably in the deepest, darkest trenches. But today's episode is going to be about service animals. Now, there's a service animals are basically animals with disabilities. Now, a service animal is basically a dog, which I mean there's different service animals, but I'm just going to be using like dogs as like kind of like oh, dogs this, dog that, because most people when they have service animals, majority of majority of people do use dogs. Obviously some use cats. I've seen birds used, um geckos, snakes, but majority people do use dogs, so I'm just gonna be using that. But basically, a service animal is a dog of any breed or size that has been trained to provide support for its owner's disability, either physical or psychological. So basically, like, if they're in a wheelchair or maybe they're blind or they just have something physically wrong with them, like maybe missing a limb, they'll have a service dog to help them out. And on the psychological aspect of it, maybe like they have really bad anxiety, the dog could like calm them down. Or they have panic attacks, which is, I guess, technically falls under the anxiety thing. But they have like some mental ability that kind of causes the animal's just there to calm them down, be like, hey, it is okay. But you have to train service dogs, obviously. Like, any dog could be a service dog, they have to be trained. But whether it's a Labrador Retriever guiding the visual impaired or a Beagle that eases the symptoms of someone living with a mental health disorder, service dogs are, that was my phone going off. Let me just mute that. But service dogs basically, they help people. They're kind of like therapy animals, basically. But like I said, maybe it's a Labrador Retriever, guiding its blind owner through the street so it doesn't run over anything, or, you know, a beagle helping a mentally disabled person. Not mentally disabled, that's kind of rude to say, but someone who's dealing with mental health and stuff. But yeah, dogs are great. Like I said, cats and other animals can be used, but majority of people do use dogs because, like, dogs are just the easiest animal to train to be service dogs. Like, I know I've seen some people use cats, but cats are kind of tricky to train. Like, dogs are just so much easier to train to be service dogs. That's why more people use dogs. But theoretically, you could use a cat or a bird or whatever, but I would probably use a dog and stuff. I think Alex is actually trying to get her cat because Alex is planning on going to college and campus, so she's trying to train her cat and stuff to like so she could like be able to use it as a service dog. But I try to see how much like service animals cost, but from what I've seen, they can cost anywhere between $15,000 to $30,000. That's a lot of money. There's probably some cheaper options and stuff, but that's the sources I told. The sources I seen fell between 15,000 to 30,000. So it's a lot of money. It's a lot of it's a lot of money. But there's, like I said, there's probably some cheaper ones out there, but I couldn't find anything under 15,000. But any like I said, any dog breed could theoretically be a service animal. However, there's specific dog breeds that are just like suited for service animals, you know. For example, a small breed such as a Chihuahua might not make the best visual guide dog, you know. Why? Because they're kind of small. So like you have to keep that in mind too. You can't just get like there's certain breeds that are for certain things. Because like I said, a Chihuahua won't be able to lead a blind man. You know, like a blind man might want something like a German Shepherd. German Shepherds are big dogs and they can easily guide the owner. So like someone who's blind, they might need a big dog. They can't have a small dog because all dogs are not gonna be able to lead blind people. But like there's multiple types of service animals. So you got the psychiatric service dogs. Psychiatric. I think that's how you say it, psychiatric. But you got the psychiatric service dogs, which basically kind of like they're basically used for like therapy dogs. Basically, like if you have anxiety, they'll help calm you down. If you have autism, they'll help you calm you down. Also, like depression, they'll make you feel better. Or like post traumatic stress disorder, basically PTSD or schizophrenia or I friend did I say that right? I don't know. Basically, it helps with like mental disorders and stuff. And then you got guide dogs. So there's a guide dog is basically like, if you're and then you got medical alert dogs. This type of assisted dog is trained to respond to its owner's, medical needs, including mental and physical disorders. So like for example, let's say your owner or you're a diabetic. The dog can sense that your blood levels are dropping and stuff, and it could like go fetch its medication for you. So, really helpful. Basically, kind of like a doctor dog, basically, like to look out for you. Then we get mobility assisted dogs. Now, these service dogs helps owners who live with severe mobility challenges such as a balance problem or you know they reach limitations since the tasks required to serve these humans can be very you know significantly. They are kind of like they help with like the owners. So like if they're in a wheelchair and stuff, they kind of like help them out a bit. Good. Like these need huge dogs for this. Like like Great Danes or Mastiffs or Saint Bernards. You know, there's like giant dogs. Like I said, if you're in a wheelchair or like maybe you're on crunches or something, like these dogs will help you. They got you. They'll make life a little easier. But other types, like there's walking dogs too, you know, who can benefit from this. But some of the I'm gonna go over like some of the like mental abilities and physical abilities that will very like it'll help them a lot. So for mental abilities, depression, bipolar disorder, panic or anxiety attacks, PTSD, schizophrenia. I just still don't know if I'm saying that right. Or like attention deficit, hyperactive, basically ADHD. I don't know why I did. I don't know why I just decided to say the whole thing, but it's basically ADHD. So those will be perfect for a service dog if you have any of those because it will help a lot. Now, some of like the physical abilities, it could be like arthritis, cerebral palsy, chronic fatigue and pain, diabetes, epilepsy, or other seizures you may have, multiple sclerosis. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know these big words, bro. I'm not a doctor, so just bear with me. I'm not good with big words, but muscular dystrophy, narcolepsy. I have these written down, by the way. I'm reading the list, and it is like, bruh, like I said, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know how to properly pronounce these words, but I'm trying. But also we got spinal cord injuries, a stroke, and vertigo. So if you have any of these physical abilities, service dogs or animals just will be perfect for you. Emotional support animals, like, I just want to say this because a lot of people don't know. Emotional support animals and service animals are completely different, right? Like, I know a lot of people don't know that, but emotional animals and support service animals, they're different. They're not the same at all. Like, if you think they're not, they're completely different. Like two different categories. Like, emotional support animals are just, they're different. Most domesticated animals can serve as emotional support animals, provided their owner with the emotional care only an animal can offer. When I say only an animal, like humans, like animals do certain stuff that humans can't do. Like dogs have this weird sense, and I don't fully understand it, but dogs know that something's about to happen before it actually happens. Like dogs can literally sense that you're not okay before you know you're not okay. So before, like I don't know, like maybe 30 seconds before you have a seizure, your dog can sense that you're about to have a seizure before you actually have the seizure. It's weird. I don't get it, and I'm like curious about it, but that's the thing. But there are some strict rules and regulations that protect service animals and stuff. Like these certain federal laws make it possible. Why did I say laws like that? It's laws, not laws. But these federal laws make it possible for these owners to bring their companies wherever they need them, whether it's a restaurant, an apartment, or condominium. Con- condominium. Bruh, I don't know these words, bruh. Like, why can't y'all just make easy words? Like, I'm struggling right now. Like, I have these notes, bro. I have these notes in front of me. And I should have practiced these big words because low key, I'm struggling right now. But basically, there's certain laws where allows you to bring your animals whenever. So restaurant, hotel, apartment, strip club, maybe. I don't know. Just anywhere you want. So, and like these people can't physically say no. Like they can't be like, no, you're not allowed to bring your dog here. If you have a service animal, they can't physically tell you you're not allowed to bring your dog here. They might be able to say you're not allowed here, but I don't think they can say, yeah, you can come in, but your dog can't. Because, as long as your service dog is well behaved, they can accompany your, virtually, or, it can accompany you basically anywhere. Now, if your dog is off the chain and just causing a ruckus and just misbehaving all over the place, then yeah, they can kick you out. But if your dog's well behaved, it doesn't cause any chaos, then you could damn near bring it wherever you want. You want to bring it into the White House, you could. However, there is some cases, even though you could bring it wherever you want. There is some cases that a miniature horse can act as a service animal or physical service animal as long as they, abide by a few standards. And before y'all say anything, yes, you literally can have a goddamn horse as your service animal. A miniature horse, by the way. You can't have like a full ass horse and stuff, but a miniature horse. Bro, you can have a miniature horse as your service animal. But like I said, there is there's a few rules that you have to follow in order to have a miniature horse as your animal. So for one, it has to be housebroken. So it can't be peeing and pooping all over the damn place. It has to be housebroken. It has to have manners like a gentleman or a proper lady. Number two, it must stay under the owner's control. So it can't just go off and do whatever. Like it has to be near its owner at all times and only do anything the owner says. Number two, the facility can accommodate the miniature horse's type, size, and weight. So it really depends. Like it kind of depends how much it weighs, what's its size, the type of horse and stuff. But the owners and stuff, they could accommodate that. But I don't really know too much about that and stuff. I didn't really deep dive into like the different accommodations and stuff. But yeah. And finally, the animal's presence will not comprise legitimate safety requirements necessary for the safe operation of the facility. Basically saying if the horse being there could potentially cause an inconvenience to other people, then they're not allowed to be there. Like you can't bring them in. But if the horse can be chilling and whatever, and nobody everybody's fine, nobody's like batting the eye, then yeah, that horse could be chilling. But crazy, right? You could have a miniature horse. Imagine, bruh. Can you bring a miniature horse on an airplane? That is the question I have. That I actually want to know that now. You know what? If anybody has a service horse, let me know. Cause I'm actually curious. Like, for a freaking horse. I would want a cow though, too. I would want a cow. But they didn't say anything about a service cow. I don't think you could have a cow as a service animal. Because they're just too fat. And too big. But yeah. Um you could have a dog or a miniature horse. Now, cats, I think you could have cats and I think you could have parrots. When I was doing research, dogs and miniature horses are the only two things that came up. I couldn't find anything about any other animals, but I believe parrots and cats you can still get as service animals, but don't quote me on that because legit I just didn't find anything on that, so I could be completely wrong. The only one animals I found is dogs and miniature horses. Still can't believe that you could use a miniature horse as a service animal. But, you know, let me look this up real quick. Cuz I'm actually curious. I want to see. Okay. Oh. Okay, so it says beginning on March 15th, 2011, only dogs are recognized as service animals under Title 2 and 3 of the ADA. A service animal is a dog that is individually trained to do work and perform tasks for a person with a disability. So, obviously, they added service miniature horses later on, but service or miniature horses are like more strict and there's more rules. But the reason why is because dogs are just a lot easier to train than cats. Like cats, they don't listen to shit, bro. Cats ain't gonna help you with nothing. Look, I know Alex is a cat person, and she's probably gonna be watching this, and like I guarantee she's gonna send a voice message like in like 30 seconds talking about, how dare you, sir? Cats are lovable creatures. But they're when it comes to like helping people out, they're kind of useless. Like I'm not being disrespectful, but they're just not qualified like dogs are to physically help people. Like they could be good emotional support animals, but as far as like service animals go, they're pretty useless. They're not gonna help you with nothing. So I could be wrong. If you have a cat out there, if you have a service cat out there, let me know in the comment section below. Cause I'm kind of curious. Also, I'm sorry, cause cats are evil. Bro, I'm good. Oh god. Me and Alex have this argument. Well, we don't like argue and stuff. We kind of talk, but Alex is a huge cat person. I'm more of a dog lover. Like I don't hate cats, even though I say I hate cats. I don't. I'm a liar. I don't actually hate cats. I'm more of a dog person because they're just better. They're more fun. They're more playful. They love you more than cats. Cats are just like, it reminds me of that one TikTok. I think it goes like, with like your dog is like, oh, this person feeds me and water me and pet me. Oh, they must be God. And then cats are so entitled. They're like, oh, this person feeds me, water me, pet me. I must be God. Like, no, cat, you're not God. All right. It's an entitlement for me. Crazy. But yeah, those are service animals. But y'all could look up the prices yourselves, but they are pretty expensive. So I could only find something between like 15,000 to 30,000, which like I knew they were expensive, but I didn't know they were that expensive because like I have a little Chihuahua dog. Her name's Chica, and I want her to be a service dog, but I just can't. Like that's a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money. Plus, she just barks too much. Like I tried to train her and stuff, but you know how Chihuahuas are. Chihuahuas are hard to train. Like she's a yapper, man. She's a yapper. So she just wouldn't be like she's my emotional support animal, but I can't like take her out to places and stuff, mainly because she just doesn't shut up. She barks too much, man. She's a yapper. She barks at everything, yo. She barks at everything. Uh I have a black lab that could potentially be like my black lab is a perfect service dog. Like she could be, her name's Nala, by the way. She could be a perfect service dog. The only thing is she's like 15-ish years old or like somewhere around there. So she's pretty old. We had her for a while, and unfortunately like she's coming towards the end of her life, pretty soon. So like she just naps a lot. She kind of chills. So she just doesn't have the energy nor the stamina like she used to. So she wouldn't be able to like do much helping, mainly because she just, she's old. So I'll let her live the rest of her days in peace. But I love Nala for real. Like the day she bites the bone is a sad day for America. And then we got Trixie. Trixie is kind of the same way. Trixie's pretty old and stuff. However, she just don't listen, bruh. She never listens. She doesn't listen to shit. Like, she's just like Chica. She is half Chihuahua, but bruh, Trixie don't listen to nothing. Like, even if she was young, it wouldn't have mattered. Like, she doesn't listen, which is kind of um kind of bad. Hey, that is okay. That's completely fine. I wonder, is there can a human be a service person? Can you have a service human? I know that is a weird question and that has nothing to do with service animals, but I'm trying to think. Imagine having a service human. Dang. But I'm a like just kind of like to recap everything. I'm gonna go over the 6 different types because like there's like there's several types and stuff, but there's like 6 animals that I just found because I was like rummaging through my phone and stuff and I saw this thing, but yeah, so there's 6 types. And like I said earlier in the podcast, majority of service animals are dogs, mainly because they're just the easiest to train and stuff. But there is 6 other animals that can act as service animals and stuff. So one is like miniature horses, which I told you about. So miniature horses um uh has been on the rise of lately because you know it's just kind of popping up. It's like probably right under dogs, to be honest. Like surprisingly, a lot of people have service horses. I didn't know it was a thing, but a lot of people have them. You know, they're great with mobility impairment, or people who physically need help walking and stuff. Perfect for that. Many people who are blind also use miniature horses, so, you know, great. Like, you could have like a German Shepherd or Great Dane, or you could have a freaking horse, dude. You could have a horse. If you're a blind person listening to this right now, get yourself a gosh darn miniature horse. It's just not only you'll be the coolest blind man on the block, but people would be like, "Damn, you got a horse." I think it's really cool though. Like I love my eyesight. And I hope I never lose it cuz I actually have a fear. Like I'm actually like horrified. Like I'm actually terrified that I'm going to use my lose my sight one day and I'll be blind and not see anything. And it like literally like when I say I'm terrified, like literally I'm terrified. I don't like I could like I don't want to lose my hearing either though. But if there's one scent that I don't want to lose, if I had to choose between never talking again, never hearing again, or never seeing again, like I would probably pick never talking again. And then it would be never hearing, but I gotta see, bro. I gotta see. I gotta hear too, because I want to listen to music. But anyway, I'm just sorry. I have ADHD. I just got completely off topic. But another animal that you can use as a service pet is a ferret. Now, um, ferrets make great emotional support animals since they enjoy burrowing close to their owners, which can be extremely comforting to people needing emotional support. So, ferrets may not be the best service animals, but they are perfect emotional support animals. They like snuggling up with their owner. Like I said, they like burrowing. Jesus. So they can like hop on your chest and just like nuzzle your neck, but oh my god. Yo, I want a ferret. I really want a ferret. But ferrets make great service animals too. Like I said, they could well, okay, I literally just said they don't make great service animals, but they could. Like most people use ferrets for emotional support animals, but people, you could technically use them as a service animals too. So these fluff balls are known for alerting their owners when they're about to experience a seizure, and ferrets can also be trained to wake someone up, remind the owner to take medication, or even interrupt harmful behaviors. So, you know, they're kind of like dogs where they could kind of detect when you're about to have a seizure. And oh, they're so adorable, bro. Like imagine you're sleeping and you have a business meeting you get to, and next thing you know, a ferret hops on your face and be like, "Get your ass up, bro. You got some business to take care of." Bruh. Another one, so another creature might not be the first animal you choose to keep in your home, but they actually make great service animals, believe it or not. And those are boa constrictors. These snakes are known for helping patients with bipolar disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, and panic disorders, and even have cases when these snakes can be used to prevent medical emergencies. There is a story about this man in Washington who has a friendly boa constrictor that will squeeze him more tightly when it senses he's about to have a seizure, giving him enough time to take his medication or go to a safer location until the seizure passes. That's freaking cool. So, if you didn't get it, because I kind of stumbled over that, but a guy in Washington trained this snake. So, this, like, if you don't know what a boa constrictor is this giant ass snake that kind of squeezes and stuff, kind of wraps around things and just, But it's boa constrictor squeezes him more tightly than normal, and it alerts the man, but like, oh, I'm about to have a seizure. Let me take my medication real quick, or let me go to a safer place right now until the seizure passes. Dude, that's that's cool. That's actually cool. Dude, I didn't know snakes were like that though. I didn't know snakes can do that. Damn. But the fourth animal on the list is animal I said earlier, which is a parrot. Now, this is a popular animal for treating psychiatric disorders, namely because many species of parrots have the ability to talk to their owners and de-escalate them in stressful situations. Something that psychiatric service dogs can't do. Because obviously dogs can't talk to you, and parrots, you could teach them to talk. So you could literally teach your parrot to be like, it's okay, calm down, you're doing great, everything's gonna be okay. Because parrots talk and stuff. You can teach them to talk. You can literally teach a parrot to calm you down with words, bruh. Dogs can't do that because obviously they can't talk. So a great example is a guy named Jim Eagers from St. Louis who relies on his service parrot, Sadie. The parrot has been trained to repeat the mantra, "It's okay, Jim. Calm down, Jim. You're all right." As he's about to have a violent episode. So he, basically, he taught his parrot, Sadie, a couple of key words to calm him down. That is like so sweet, dude. Like I want a parrot so bad, but they're loud and I don't really have the space for a parrot, but that's like sweet. Like I'm just like, "Oh, that's awesome." Like the parrot knows that his owner, Jim, is about to have a panic attack. So Sadie, says a couple of keywords to calm him down. But Jim used to say the mantra to himself, or basically say the words to himself. But now, with Sadie's help, he can preempt episodes even before they start. Sadie is also trained to alert Jim when someone comes to the door and when he leaves the faucet running, which is kind of funny. So, Jim must be very forgetful, always leaving the faucet running. So Sadie is like, "Hey Jim, you left the water running." But another pet, pet number 5, because there's 6. So we're on pet number 5, a pot-belly pig. Now, pot-belly pigs are highly intelligent and mild-mannered animals. They can be trained to do all the same functions as traditional service dogs. The only difference is that they're far cleaner than dogs and also don't shed as much. I know, it's a shock. You're probably thinking to yourself, Tiger or Trey, how the hell are you going to tell me that a pot-belly pig is cleaner than a dog? I don't know, man. Apparently they are. Like, I actually did research before the podcast to like double check, and yep. Well, not before the podcast, because I literally looked this up during the podcast, but I did look it up a few minutes ago, and yeah, I can confirm pot-belly pigs cleaner than dogs. Plus, they don't have fur, so they don't have they don't shed, so you don't have to clean that up. But it sounds like a good damn bargain if you ask me. Plus, this particular species is known for being good with kids. Um, a story about it. So there's this person called Lewis Brady from California, and she takes her service pig Buttercup to schools to visit children on the autism spectrum. Since most children don't have any preconceived ideas about pigs, Brady or Brady, is it Brady or is it Brady? I'm just gonna say Brady because it's Brady. So I'm just gonna say Brady, but it could be Brady anyway. But Brady has found that fewer students are afraid of Buttercup than of a big dog. The pig's gentle nature also comes in handy when he encounters a student with aggressive tendencies that would, probably make a dog turn around and attack. So, you know, yeah, pigs are apparently good with children. So if you have a autistic child, the best thing you can do, get a freaking service pig, man. A potbelly pig specifically. Like, I don't think actual pigs work. You have to get a potbelly pig specifically because little pigs are just, you know, they're not gonna work the same way. But the final pet is a capuchin monkey. So it's a monkey, but like a specific type of monkey. I think those are like those small shoulder monkeys. But yeah, so these little helpers are native to South America and weigh about 6 to 10 pounds. Capuchins are especially talented at grasping and retrieving, which makes them valuable companies for people with disabilities, that might affect their motor skills, because so if they can't exactly grab something, or if they can't get up to something, or get up to get something, monkeys can skedaddle and basically fetch it for them, because monkeys are very similar to humans. They have like hands, they have thumbs and feet, they can stand on their head. So like monkeys are very, very, they're like the closest species to humans. So, but these specific monkeys can perform nearly any specific task: bringing water, fetching phones, performing basic chores, opening doors, or even, feeding someone. So, if you're struggling to feed yourself, the monkey is gonna dip its little spoon in the applesauce and be like, "Here comes the monkey plane." Well, it's not gonna say that because monkeys can't talk, but um, there's an entire organization in Boston called Monkey Helpers that trains little capuchin monkeys to be the hands for people who can't use their own. So yeah, there's a whole ass sanctuary in Boston that their sole purpose is to train monkeys to be grabby little creatures. So there's that. But yeah, I'm a wrap this video up in few minutes. But yeah, those are service dogs. I was stuttering over a lot of stuff, and because I have a problem. Like while we're talking, like TNA is about disorders and mental health and disabilities and stuff. So I have a habit of like my brain moves faster than my mouth. And it's probably because like I'm a slow talker because Alex gets on my ass all the time about me talking slow and I can't help it, but my brain moves faster than I talk. So my brain is just like thinking of a lot of stuff, but I can't my mouth can't keep up. So I'm trying to talk while thinking of like the next several words and stuff, and I just stumble, I mutter, stutter, all the ers, but you know, like I'm trying to do my best. I am trying my best to work on it. I'm better than what I used to be. I used to be really bad, but I still need work, man. I'm gonna be honest. Still need to work on it, but definitely better than I used to be. But also, question of the day, because if y'all didn't know, we do this thing where we ask questions and stuff, just to make sure you little creatures are watching the videos fully. Now, question of the day is, what social stigma does society need to get over? For me personally, I think the stigma of guys aren't allowed to cry, we just need to get rid of that shit. I mean, it's better nowadays. It's better nowadays, to be honest. It used to be really bad, but it's better nowadays, although it's still not the best. Like, we need to work on it. Cause like there's this whole thing that guys aren't allowed to cry, guys can't boo hoo, they can't, they can't shed tears and stuff. And I'm like, what a stupid rule that is. Who came up with that? Like, who came up with that? Cause I'm a guy, and I'm gonna admit, I am going to be honest. I cry all the time. 99% of the time, nobody knows about it, but I cry every day. I cry every day. I try to be like the happy, fun guy. I don't want people to see me cry and stuff because, like, if people see me cry, they're like, oh shit, this is actually really bad because I don't really show emotion that often. Like, I don't show people that I'm sad or I'm not okay. So when they actually see me cry, they're gonna be like, oh, bruh, something must have happened. Maybe he found out Pluto, hasn't been a planet for years. Maybe that's why he's crying. Who knows? But yeah, that's the thing. But yeah, what social stigma does society need to get over? Let me know your answers in the comment section below. But this podcast is going to be on Spotify. It's going to be on YouTube. Like I said, I was stuttering and all that stuff. It was just a whole thing. But Alex is going to edit this nice, and she's going to make me look like I didn't miss a beat. She's going to make me look real good, right? Because, she ain't going to make me look like a fool, I hope. But anyway, guys, like I said, Spotify, YouTube, those are the platforms this podcast will be on. I'll see you guys Sunday for Mindful Minute. Goodbye.